All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, of Great Millstone, and Shalom to all the Akim out there preaching his word in truth and sincerity. This is your brother Shamar coming back with another lesson. And in this lesson, I just want to speak on how, the year is just starting for 2024, and we're already seeing all type of things happening. All right. As far as the stage being set for this place is to be done. And the apostle already deemed this year the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. And you can see the stage being set for that, man. All right. Last year you had already the cycle so-called starting with the job layoffs. All right. People already struggling from inflation and whatnot. And people are still struggling, and jobs are still laying people off and preparing to lay more people off leading into this year, as well as many other things that were taking place, man. All right. You had earthquakes in, I believe, Japan and Russia right when the new year started this week. All type of stuff just taking place, man. All right. And the year is just getting started, man. So you can see the spirit that's already going to be turned up this year as far as regarding to prophecy taking place and this place going down. All right. So this is the first scripture I want to get real quick, and I want to hit this article too. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come to pass. Because it will surely come, it will not tarry." All right. And the vision is for an appointed time, and that's the time that we're in, man. This is that appointed time for the prophecies to take place of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right. Why do you think all these different things are going on now? All of a sudden, like Israel and Palestine been having an issue over there, but now it's at so much of an extreme that World War III could break out any moment, pretty much. And I heard from co-workers at my job that has family members in the in the army or the navy, different parts of they military and stuff, saying that they're being told that they got to re-enlist for the next up and coming war, because Esau already knows that it's just a matter of when and not if. So it's a guarantee that that war is going to take place, which is all through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right. And like I said, on top of all these other prophecies taking place and getting ready to happen, the MOTB, all right, the system being in place for the mark, you seen the dollar, the physical cash is going to be done away with. They're getting ready to make everything digital. This AI stuff getting out of control. Just everything is just leading up to the end, man. Showing you that we are at the end. The prophecies are speaking, man. Esau making these movies, literally showing you what's going to happen in the near future. The Civil War movie coming out this year. All right, some other movies on Netflix showing the same type of stuff as far as like the class wars. All right, civil wars. So all the signs is there in your face, man. You just have to be paying attention, standing upon your watch, like it says in the first verse. All right, but the majority of our people don't pay attention, and that's the problem. And that's why it's going to come as a thief in the night for them, because they're not looking out for these things. They don't see the truth for what it is. They're not paying attention to what's going on. They out there getting distracted and caught up in all the other folly and bread and circus within Babylon, man. And that's exactly what Esau wants you to do. Be so busy worried about all this other madness out there that you're not even seeing was getting ready to take place here, man, right in front of your eyes. All right. Now, this is a article I want to touch real quick. I'm not going to read. I'm just play a little clip. But you see what it's saying for the heading of it. This is from naturalnews.com. And the video clip I'm playing going to kind of speak on that a little bit. I can't use that word, but, the Jews and how it's going to basically bring more death to the population, pretty much, man. All right. And we've been saying this from everyone, man. All the elder brothers and different brothers in the camps been saying is, man, all you people who wanted to take that, wait until later down the line when things start, when y'all just start dropping like flies, man. And it's already been happening, but this dude is saying it's gonna, that the stuff that's been going on now from that is really just the beginning. It's gonna be much more happening in the near future. But I'm gonna play this clip. It's just short, barely 3 minutes.
But the GN1 is very, very alarming because the mutations are no longer restricted to spike protein, which indicates enhanced activity of CTLs to diminish viral infectiousness. And that CTL activity is responsible for the decline of T cells that, in fact, boost the non neutralizing antibodies that prevent virulence. So that is what I've been predicting all the time, that ultimately this evolution would inevitably lead to the emergence of a highly virulent variant that would cause waves of hospitalization and severe disease in highly vaccinated countries. Of course, always the same, only in highly vaccinated countries, right?
Well,
Sorry.
that's a relief. Uh, so what you're saying is that you ain't seen nothing yet, and this is just act one, and prepare for act two, which is going to be more people infected. And so, do you believe that what's coming up are more death? I mean, certainly more infections, but do you predict like twice as many deaths, three times as many deaths as before? Like, what can you quantify what you think is going to happen?
I hate to do this, Steve, but
That's okay.
no. But I mean, of course, I cannot. It's not because I'm afraid of figures. It's just that I'm afraid to say that, in my humble opinion, what we will see is something completely unprecedented in terms of the magnitude of the wave of uh, morbidity and unfortunately mortality that we will see. And
But quantify that for me. 10 times, 5 times, 3 times, 20 times.
yeah, from what we have seen right now, well, I mean, I would rather say that in some of these highly vaccinated populations, depending, of course, on age and a little bit depending on vaccine coverage and on the speed of the vaccination, but I, would not be surprised that we will be dealing with a serious decimation of the population. In some populations, maybe up to 30-40%.
So you see what's getting what he said. That was just like the first wave, so to speak, and now you having the second phase or act of it, where it's about to be a lot more taking place, man, and a lot of people lined up to go take that. So this is just one of the many things that's going to be going on in the midst of everything else happening, man. New plagues, all right, civil unrest, all right, Esau coming with that great wrath, the economy crashing, the inflation going on, you can't afford nothing, disease, war, pestilence, famine, all like the scriptures say, all these things happening pretty much at the same time. And this is the times that we're living in, man. All right. I'm going to get this in Matthew, the 24th chapter. I'm going to start at verse 6. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And that's what we've been hearing for the longest, man, these wars and rumors of wars. And you're still seeing that happen now. It's not even a rumor at this point. You're literally seeing the war take place. It's just not a full blown out war where everyone is uh like basically when it's fully known that we're involved in it to to that extent, so to speak, because they haven't came out and said, all right, we're at war with da 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 whatever, this country or that country. You're just seeing Israel and Palestine right now going at it, and then you hear about the other rumors with Russia and China and all the back and forth, but it hasn't been just Esau coming out directly saying, hey, we're going back to war again. Yet people who pay attention, they see what's going on, man, and we're basically at war without them saying it at this point. But like it says, the end is not yet. There's still other things getting ready to happen. It's going to be wild, man. Like the scriptures say, all right, like a time never before seen, and you can see why. All the things getting ready to happen, and all that. Not even like it's going to be like sort of big gaps between it. It's damn near going to be all like at the same time, like brothers be saying here and there, the poly crisis, all these different things literally happening at the same time. It's going to be wild, man. So you can see why the scriptures say you need that hedge of protection around you when this thing goes down ultimately. All right. All these doomsday preppers and all these other people out there thinking you're going to be able to escape it. You're bugging to think that you can deliver yourself from everything getting ready to take place, man, because it's something that's never happened before. So how can you prepare for something that literally never took place before? And you're not even knowing the full extent of how bad the situation is going to get, because the scripture is telling you how bad it's going to be, but it's going to be different when you're actually going through it, man, when you're actually in that moment and it's taking place, let alone the people who don't even know about it coming to pass in the first place, man. 2/3 of our people, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, that's why 2/3 of them going to be done, man. That's the last thing on their mind, is that something like this is happening, let alone that the so-called white man is plotting your downfall, man. Hey, but you're going to get caught up in that destruction, rightfully so. Continuing on, verse 7, it says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows, and these things are all taking place, man. All right, like I told you, when the year just started, you got earthquakes happening in different parts of the earth, and not even no minor stuff, some big shit. I believe, like I said, you could check it. It was Russia and Japan, if I'm not mistaken. I know for sure it was Japan or something. And like, it wasn't no baby earthquake. It was some big stuff, man. I seen like the different clips. You literally seeing the earth dang near like moving like a worm, just like folding up, rising up, man. But these are the times that we're living in, man, when these things are taking place. But you have the masses of our people that are docile and sleep, that literally don't even have a clue what's going on. I doubt that majority, anybody even know that even happened, man. Showing you that the mindset of the people here in Babylon. How many years have people been protesting out there in France and Europe and shit? But then over here in Babylon, they barely even protest about nothing. You only protest when the so-called white men tell you to, pretty much. The whole BLM movement was a setup, and this whole, Palestine protesting that happens out here is all BS as well, man. But this place is done, man, because all these things, like I said, is getting ready to happen here. All right, the pestilence, the earthquakes, and the famine, man, and just all-out judgment. The dude told you that it's going to be new stuff happening, the different viral infections, and a lot, like way more people dying than who already have been dying from it, man. So what you have seen is basically hasn't been nothing. This, like the apostle deemed this year, man, through the spirit, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. A lot of stuff is getting ready to happen this year, man, and this is just the beginning. And Esau's not going to tell you how bad it is until you're knee deep in that trouble. You're knee deep in hell, and then he's going to come out and tell you, like, admit to what's going on. Just like with the chariots. How long did it take this nigga to finally come out and admit that they are real? When you've been seeing it for the longest and hearing different accounts about it. But then you had to wait till he came out and acknowledged it being real. And now look at everybody. Nobody even talks about it still to this day. When he told you that, yes, so-called, you know, so-called UFOs or unidentified flying, or, UAPs or UFOs, they're real, you know. And then American people, what? They're not even blinking an eye at it. Just continuing on life as normal. Hey, that's why, like the scriptures say, man, that destruction gonna come as a thief in the night, man. All our people who are asleep, not paying attention, and as well as the people who do know of Israel and teaching our people that the destruction ain't gonna happen, man. That's gonna be on your hands for not warning our people to prepare themselves for the times to come, because things is gonna get ugly out here, man. That's why we have to continue to build up our spirit and our relationship with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai as much as possible, because the things that are getting ready to take place here, man, is going to be crazy. And that's the only thing that's going to keep us stable, like it says in Isaiah 33:6, man. Wisdom and wisdom. Read it because I don't want to misquote it. This is Isaiah 33:6. It says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure." So this is what's going to keep us stable, man, in the times to come. Because it's getting ready to be very, very bad out here, man. All right. Things that you ain't never experienced before. You have to have a strong mind to make it through that. A strong mind and a strong spirit to make it through the things getting ready to take place, man. And it's going to be things that you couldn't even imagine. All right, like I read in Matthew, that plagues, the pestilences, famine, and war, all type of judgment basically just going down, man. And we pray that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai keep us protected in those times. That's why we strive to do as much as we can leading up into that day, man, where all these things are taking place, because we want to be found, able to make it out of it, man. We want to be able to make it through all these things getting ready to take place here, because it's getting real ugly, man. And it's going to only get worse from this point on. It said at the beginning of sorrows, that bit started, all right? And things are only getting worse moving forward since, the whole shutdown had happened back in 2020. Things have only gotten worse. And people always thinking, they always say the same thing every year. Man, I'm ready for this year to be over with. Next year going to be my year. Man, the next year ain't going to be your year. It's just going to be unless it's your year to get judged. That's the only thing coming for you, man, just judgment. Because things is getting ugly out here. Yeah, but Lord's will, through the Spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the true believers, all right, that follow and believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, we're going to be able to make it through these things, as the scriptures say, man. All right. The Lord's going to take care of his servants, the ones who truly follow and serve him, man. All right. Hey, so with that, I'm going to wrap up and give our praises again to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom to the Akim out there preaching his word in truth and sincerity.